Okay,
Here we go.
wow. To all you guys all over the world, once again, welcome to tonight's presentation. And what we are doing is we are encouraging other people within the teams to come forward and do presentations because Enika and I have been with the business for 4.5 years. It gets a little bit sort of tiring when you're seeing the same people doing the presentations, and there are other people itching to come through. And one of those people is the very beautiful, of course, Christine from Denmark. And she stepped forward a few months ago and said, I would love to be able to have the challenge to get out of my comfort zone and do some presenting because it will mean I have to learn all about the product and I have to sell it to the people that are joining us, some of them brand new on all the calls. And this is what we like in the leaders. This is what we want to see. We want to encourage and support those who want to come forward, those who want to drive the business. Because, guys, we've got our hands on something very special. Right now, the product is perfect, best in the world. You can't be beat, it cannot be beaten. And when you look at our network marketing program, it's once again the best in the world with a compensation plan behind it. We're living in a digital age. You should be looking at making money in the digital age. And there's two ways: there's decentralized and centralized. We are, of course, promoting the decentralized aspect. So I'm going to ask Christine to load up her presentation. And when she does, I will introduce this lovely lady who joined our team back last year, the end of last year, and has developed significantly to the point where we now invite her to come along and do live presentations in the room at our training events that we do around Europe. And we can talk about one of them that we're going to be doing soon in Manchester. So without further ado, please welcome everybody to the amazing Christine from Denmark.
Thank you. Thank you. Can you hear me and see my screen? All good?
Yes, we can.
I also realized I started on the wrong one. Here we are. Hi, everybody. As usual, it's amazing to see so many people come from so many different countries. And that is what is so amazing about this company, is that we are spreading so far, across the world. Super inspiring, makes me happy every single time. So thank you, Enika and Terry, for the lovely introduction. And it is an absolute honor to do live presentations at your events because it's, best of the best to be around you and to learn all that you learned in this company for the last 4.5 years. As Enika and Terry mentioned, I am Danish. I am born and raised in Denmark, but when I was 17, I moved to New York to go to school. And then I spent my entire adult life over there. I'm still an adult, but a lot of it was over there. I did my bachelor's, my master's, started some businesses, had a nonprofit that was centered around providing free mental health counseling for new parents. So I say that because I have done quite a lot. I was trained as a professional classical cellist, which I did my entire life until, that's a long story. We'll take that over be another day. But point is, I have done a lot. I have competed a lot. I have started businesses. I have tried and pushed myself a lot. And I have never found anything that makes me as excited as Ultima. And it's an honor for me today to be here to tell you why this company and why this opportunity is so exciting to me. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about how I got into this company. And that all started back when I was in school in New York, and I would go back to Copenhagen in the summers to make money because it is not easy or cheap to go to school in New York. Just want to say that. So I would go back home to Copenhagen and I got a job in a fancy restaurant in the harbor. And at this restaurant, I met this other beautiful, wonderful, amazing woman named Enika. Ta-da! And at the time, she was a single mother of 2 small children. And during these days, we would meet very, very early in the morning, open the restaurant, drag all the stuff out, serve all the people all day, sweat, run, all that stuff, build somebody else's dream. And at the end of the night, we would go home, pass out, come back the next morning, right? That was my summer. And at the end of the summer, I would go home to New York, but Enneke would continue, right? Because this was her life. This was how she made her money. And this is how she was caught in the hamster wheel with a little family at home that it was very hard for her to see because she had to make money to provide for her family. And unfortunately, that is how a lot of us get caught in the system where, you know, we don't have enough time to make enough money. And at the end of the month, you know, bills that pay are paid, and we don't see a future of how to break out of this pattern that we get caught in, right? This is where Enneke was. So she actually ends up getting a depression and gets 6 months sick leave. I have her permission to say all of this, just so you don't think I'm sharing all her her personal information. She gets 6 months sick leave. And during those 6 months, she's like, I'm either going to change my life or this is going to be the end of me, right? Because the world is hard, as many of you probably know. So during those 6 months, she goes to a meeting much like the one you're attending today. So happy for you and welcome. And I hope that this will also change your life. So Enneke joins a company, and you know, I'm over in the US with my businesses, and I see this woman who is now a dear friend, right? I see her starting to grow and, you know, climb out of the hole, and things are changing and shifting. And she's like, do you want to know what I'm doing? And I'm like, no, I'm good over here. I'll just stick to my traditional schooling stuff, and I'll just keep doing my thing because I love it. You know, I love working really hard and just fumbling my way through all this stuff that it is to be a business owner. You know, time goes on and she gets more and more successful. And I'm like, nah, it's going to crash. There's no way this is real. This is all a scam. You know, someone's taking advantage of her. It's going to crash and burn. And it'll be a mess. And I just see her like, you know, going up. And then last year, finally, I moved back home to Denmark, and I was like, okay, Enneke, tell me what it is. So I said, I laugh because it's really ridiculous looking back, right? Like a close friend was like, do you want to know what I'm doing? And I wrote it off just because I assumed it was a scam. I assumed that it was nothing for me without even really looking into it. Okay, so don't be like me. That's the whole mission in this. Don't be like me. So I finally sat down, I educated myself, I looked into what it was, and I was like, oh my God, why have I not done this earlier? Because this all makes sense. And this is why Enneke is now multimillionaire, and I'm not there yet. We're working on it, but I'm not there yet. So before we start, I want to say I am not a financial advisor. I am just a normal person that has looked into this, and I'm working with the same risks and the same opportunity as you will be in this company. So please educate yourself and figure out with you if this is something you want to do. As I said, it took me a really long time to look into Ultima. So before, you know, I start telling you about why Ultima is such an incredible opportunity for you, I want to highlight 2 things straight off the bat that really stood out to me from the beginning, getting to know Ultima. One of them is community. So when you join Ultima, you were invited to this meeting by a person, right? We all were invited by a person to join this company. And this is because this company, this project is a community project, right? So when you join, you don't join alone. You join with a whole, like 3 million people, more than 3 million people who have already done this before you. You don't have to do what you do when you start your own business and Google everything and try to figure everything out. You don't have to do all the battles alone. All the answers are there for you. Someone will hold your hand through everything. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that's, you know, how it's just such an incredible opportunity. Also, this company has, as the marketing strategy, chosen to allocate 70% of all coins that will ever go into circulation. This 70% of the coin have been allocated into liquidity pools and to go back into their community. So during this presentation, when I say things like daily rewards, commissions, etc., that is where this money is coming from. Straight from the start, I want to emphasize, no one is touching anybody else's money. No one gets paid from anybody else's money. No one is benefiting from anybody else's money. Everything is from the company because they have been genius from the start that they know a happy product user, a happy community equals a happy, healthy, functioning business. So that is where the money is coming from, not other people's money. Second thing within this company is opportunity. You know, a lot of things and not a lot of new opportunities in the financial world specifically, and in, you know, the crypto, etc., is for people who have already excelled and people who already have a lot of money. Here in Ultima, they have chosen again to say, we are a community business. We want to shift the wealth. We want to help everybody have a chance in this world. So we're going to do really low entry points. And once you're in, you can get in as low as 110 euro. Once you're in, you can just start accumulating wealth within the company, which is what is incredible. And just an opportunity you don't see many other places. As Enneke mentioned, you know, this is, I just want to talk about this real quick before I start, and then I promise I'll go quick through everything. But this is a network marketing company, right? I want to specify a little bit what network marketing is. It is not a pyramid scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is simply the oldest way of marketing that exists, right? So, and it's also the business model that has made the most millionaires, just side note. But, you know, at some point along the way, we got brainwashed to think that things were better when they was channeled down to us and someone at the top told us what to do, right? In reality, we should actually listen to people around us. Just like when you go to a local pizzeria and your friend is like, oh, you know, I know the guy, and then we get a free pizza and all that stuff. Or when, you know, you ask somebody, what school do you want to send your kids to? And you go tour that school because you had a friend that told you, this is how we are as humans. So why should we not help each other get incredible opportunities where we can change our lives? That's all this is. So where does my commission come from when other people get in? Do I get their money? No, I get paid straight from the company. Okay, now, when you go out and you tell people about this amazing opportunity, right? Oh yeah, I work with crypto and it's a network marketing company. They're all like, don't tell me anymore, I'm out, right? Look at me, that's what happened. So I want to talk a little bit about the development of money. So you can go to your, you know, your next people and say, you know what, actually we are in a digital time, so we should use digital currency, like Terry said. So back in the day, you know, you wanted a cow, you brought 2 sheep, and then you got your cow. And then, you know, we bartered, we exchanged everything. Then the coins came, the gold, then we had banknotes. And then along the way, in 1958, someone said, hey, let's put all our money on this, you know, little plastic card. And everyone was like, what the, you know, what is this? I don't want a plastic card. Where are my bills and my coins and my sheep and all this stuff I used to use, right? People rolled their eyes, but we still have our little plastic cards, right? That's what's happening now. We are entering the digital currency time. And whether you want to or not, whether your people want to or not, that's just the way it's going. And as Terry said, you're going to choose, do you want the bank to control your assets and your money, or do you want to do it yourself, or at least educate yourself so you can be part of this game? Look at these 2 screenshots. One of them is from the Bank of England. The other one is from the Central Bank of Europe. And both of them are saying out loud, hey, everybody. Well, they're actually not saying out loud. They're just kind of whispering it. We are making digital money. We're making the digital euro and we're making the digital pound. And in like about 2 years, you'll all be forced to join the blockchain, whether you want to or not. They don't want to tell you because they just want to kind of like ease you in there, and then you're caught in the system, right? This is your chance to choose. Do you want the centralized, or do you want to join the decentralized system, which is what we are dealing with here? Now, why is Ultima an incredible opportunity for you? Ultima has already been trending as the #1 coin on CoinMarketCap for many weeks straight. While this is an older screenshot, I want to emphasize this because it is a huge, huge, huge achievement to get as the #1 trending coin on CoinMarketCap. If you don't know CoinMarketCap, this is the home place of all crypto, where you go, where you look how healthy coins, etc., etc. Now, also community sentiment of the coin. This information is also taken off CoinMarketCap. 91% of the people within the community are happy. 91% of me's, right? Like, you know, we are happy. The people who are using the product every single day are happy, optimistic. I mean, look at me, happy, optimistic, you know? So we have our own blockchain, Ultima blockchain, which is underpinning the Ultima coin. This blockchain is 100% decentralized. What does it mean when something is decentralized? It means that not one person or one authority can come in and mess with it, meaning not one person or one authority can take your money. That's important. Remember that. We are working really hard to get on the top tier exchanges. Right now, we are listed on a lot of them, not at the top tier, like top one, but we are up in the most used exchanges, which just means that once we get on the tier one exchanges, that we will just take off even more. And we are working hard on that. So this is why this is a great opportunity to get in, because once we're accessible all over, price will shoot up, right? We are also certified by the Certic Foundation, who has done a full analysis and security assessment of the blockchain. And we are listed on the top crypto aggregators like CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Now, I mentioned CoinMarketCap before, and I want to say again, there are 11 million cryptocurrencies out there. 10,000 of those are verified on CoinMarketCap, 10,000 out of 11 million, okay? And we are a top 200 coin. This means that we are security assessed, that we get checked, and we're listed on this exchange because we are, you know, following all their rules, all their requirements. Also, Ultimate holds its own patents and its own technology, like its own, what's it called, trademarks and patents for technology, which further proves that, you know, we have something that is unusual and powerful and will bring us to the top. Now, as I mentioned, Ultima is an older company. Well, within crypto is an older company. It was founded in 2016 in Switzerland. It has been almost 9 years in the market. It's $1 billion turnover and over 3 million community members. And I want to emphasize that while Ultima is centered, or like not centered, but focused on the community, to empower the community, to make the community happy, so we together make the coin stronger, this company, the Ultima project, is not dependent on the community. The company is set up to 10x its own value, even without us, simply based on all the experience, all the, you know, liquidity and asset it has in other in the general crypto market, over 1,000 employees, and then just 9 years of experience. I want to emphasize that because so many companies have come and gone within the last 9 years. We are still standing. You know, sure, there's been changes along the way, but that's the beauty of this company, because it is so fast moving, because we have such a strong team, the thousands of employees who can just, you know, navigate things really quick. Because anyone who's ever dealt with business know that the number one rule is pivot and adapt, right? And that's what you get with this company. There are a lot of changes and a lot of like, yoo-hoo, you know, but it's always for the betterment of us. Betterment, I don't even know if that's a word. Betterment, I like it. It's the betterment of the community. Okay, let me tell you about the product, because this is what we will go out and talk about, right? This is what makes me super excited to talk about. We have our own Ultima Trading AI license, AI bot license. So basically you get a little AI robot that will trade for you while you sleep and make you money, which is so nice. The way you get the bot is by freezing Ultima. So what do I mean when I say freezing? Freezing is a technology that's developed by the Ultima project, and it is a way of you taking your own money from one wallet and putting it into another wallet for 3 years. You will still have, you know, you can see your money, you can see it go up in value with the price of the coin. You just cannot touch this money for 3 years. You're basically committing to the company, saying, I will keep this amount of coin off the market for the next 36 months. For that, the company says, thank you, new community member. We will give you a daily reward just for holding coin. And now where does the daily reward come from? Yes, the 70% of coin that has been put aside to reward the community. So simply by holding money, by taking coin off the market for 3 years, you are getting daily rewards paid out to you in Ultima. And this is free money. You can use that money whenever you want. That is not frozen, right? So you're actually not even paying for this bot. You are acquiring the bot by simply taking coin off the market for 3 years. And in 3 years, you'll get your money out at the current value, right? So say you get Ultima right now, this is not, it's a little bit less now because the price has gone up significantly since last week. And I haven't changed the slides, I apologize. But right now, at 1,100 euro would give you about an eighth of a coin, right? So say you put that coin away for 3 years, and if our estimations are right, which is no guarantee, but this is based and backed by a lot of knowledge. So in 36 months, you'll take your money out, and now your 1,100 euro is worth 11,000 euro, and you have been getting daily rewards for 36 months. Say no more, right? Like, I'm in already. That's incredible. Like, does any other crypto coin pay you every single day? Even when price goes down, when price goes up? No one. Here you get paid every single day in coin for 36 months while your money is laid aside and you get it back, right? Now you also get the bot. So with your bot, you set up your own private account on the MEXC exchange or the BingX exchange. You do that. There's nothing to do with Ultima. It's yours. You're the only one with access to it. And then you give it a trading deposit. The bot will need at least its own value in trading deposit to be able to start trading. Meaning if you get a 1,100 euro bot, it will need at least 1,100 euro to start trading. Now you just sit back and you enjoy your trading profits. This is a no-brainer. Such an incredible opportunity. All you have to do is pick the bot license that fits your budget and your nerves. No, I'm just joking. There's no nerves in this. This part is amazing. So the lowest is 110 euro and the top one is 11,000 euro. And I bring this up to point out, the differences in maximal profit. If you see the little green number, you see that the 5,500 euro, if you have two of those, it does not add up to the value of the 11,000 euro. Because sometimes I have people say, oh, I'll get a 5,500 now, and then I'll add another 5,500 later, and then get the same maximal profit, but that's not quite the case. So really look into how much maximal profit each of these bots make and make your choice based on that. So the 11,000 euro will keep working for you until it makes you approximately 165,000 euro. And you get your money back. Did I say that already? You get your money back for the bot. Yeah, I will say no more. So you get your Ultima license, put your money away for 3 years, daily rewards, and your trading bot. I think I've emphasized how amazing this opportunity is. It's incredible. Now, here are some examples of someone I know personally. Their bots, one of them is a 1,100 bot, the first one you see here, and you can see the results of approximately $506 for that month, 112 for the week. This bot has its own value to trade with, which is the TPTU balance and the USDT put together. Over here, you see an 11,000 bot. Now, don't look at the month because these are screenshots from the middle of August. So by this point in August, it will have made more than this. But look at the weekly profit of $904. $904 for you to just sit back, a week for you to just sit back and relax. This bot has approximately 15,000 USDT to work with. Now, at the moment, we are excited. We're very excited because we believe that we are entering a new growth phase. And why are we excited about that? Because this is a chance, this is a moment where we can really pull our forces together and 5x, 10x our money as we start going back up from the price of approximately 8,000 at this moment. And we're very, very excited about that. And why are we excited about that? Because let me explain about market cycles. So if you enter at the right time, like right now with Ultima around, when we're at the bottom of the market, you can just rise up and you can sell in profit, right? This is what people have done forever. Rich people have, bought low and sold high, right? This is how you make money. But we all know that whatever goes up must come down, right? And how often it comes down defines the market cycle. So you see here with crypto market, the average crypto market cycle is 4 years long. That means that if you buy at the wrong time and you buy high, you will have to wait approximately 4 years to be able to sell in profit. Now, if you do it with the stock market, this is about 7 to 10 years. And if you buy your house at the wrong time, you will have, oh, that makes me laugh every week. You will have to wait an approximate 18 years to sell in profit. Why do I say this? Because a lot of people feel comfortable waiting with stocks and with real estate, but then they enter the crypto market and they're like, oh man, I'm just gonna make so much money overnight. And then price goes down and they start freaking out after 2 weeks, right? This is not the game we're playing. We are coming in with the same strategies, the golden rules: wait, hold, 3 to 5 years, all that stuff. And again, that's why it's so amazing to have a community of knowledgeable people around you, because when you start freaking out, they'll be like, chill, it's going to be okay. Just patience, educate yourself, understand the market. And I'm not saying this because you need to be a crypto expert. I'm just saying this to emphasize to you, don't make emotional decisions. Don't freak out, okay? Look for guidance around you. The exciting thing here is also that history is telling us that the Ultima coin actually has a 1-year market cycle, and we're basing this off history, right? So 2023, we launched the first coin. It's a new coin. It's inflationary. We didn't even have a freezing technology, meaning coin were not even being held off the market, and it still went from launch to $20,000 within that first year. Price went back down to 2,000. People were freaking out, right? But now we had belief, we had a deflationary strategy, and the 1-year freezing was introduced. Now, as I mentioned, we do believe that we are at the bottom. Well, not the bottom anymore, because we are definitely rising up. So join. But now we have trust. We have hyper deflationary strategies, like extremely hyper deflationary strategies, which I would love to talk about, but it would take too long. So ask the person that has invited you, because these are really defining things for this coin. And now we also have the 3-year freezing strategy, right? We believe, and this is why we're excited, that we are actually in the golden zone. And this is where we who know about crypto, well, I say that as I'm a professional, but I have been taught by the very best, Enneke and Terry. So I know much more now than I did a year ago, thankfully. And I also have my freak out moments, right? Like when the coin went down to 2,000 last year, I promise you, people in CoinMarketCap, the haters, everyone was like, oh, Ultima is going to crash and burn. Sell everything you have. It's trash. It's crashing. And, people sold, people panicked. They made emotional choices. And then it rose up to $22,000 within 11 months. Don't be that person. Just don't. So we're excited right now, the people who are in the community, because we know what's going to happen. And this is where we really step up. We build our teams, we spread the word, we tell everybody this is a good time to join, because you can 5x, 10x your money. Come with me, I'll show you everything, right? I'm sure that's what the person that invited you here today was trying to communicate to you, and I'm just emphasizing their words. We are extremely excited because we believe that this is where we're going. And I'm also personally, and I know everyone else is really excited about our compensation plan, right? Our commissions plan, which is the best on the market within network marketing. And here I want to say again, you join with an 11,000 euro bot license, right? Most people join with the same as you bought first. So you go out to your friend, you say, oh my God, my 11,000 euro bot is making me 15 to 30% a month, right? Which is insane. I say that a lot. Forgive me, but I think it's really insane. So you make approximately $900 a week, right, with this bot. And you go out, how are you not? I mean, I entered just as a product user, right? I was like, no, Enneke, I'm not going to go out and tell anybody. And then I saw my results and I was like, hey, everybody that I haven't talked to in 15 years, please come and see this, because it's going to change your world. And like, how are you not going to tell people? It's criminal not to tell people when you see the results of this. So give it time. If you're not a network marketing person, I promise you, you will be once you see the results. So you go out, you find other 3 people who wants to get $900 for free every week. And then you tell them, come join me. And they say, yeah, of course, I'll be crazy not to join you. And you get just 3 people with the same wishes and intents and hopes as yourself. And guess what? You make 40% of each person, which means that now you're making 3 times 4,000 euro. Plus your butt, plus everything else, plus. So now you have already made in the 11,000 that you were freezing, and you're still going to get that money back in 3 years. You're getting your daily rewards, and you're already plus 1,000 euro. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. And do you get paid by other people's money? No, you get paid by the company. So this is an incredible opportunity. And I really hope that that people see this, because it is life-changing. It's changed my life. And that's why I am extremely excited. I want to emphasize again. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to say. If you get 4,000 commission right now, right? Imagine you get half a coin. You get half a coin right now. In 4 months, the price might be, $20,000, 15, 10, whatever, 20. Let's go with 20 because I like that number, right? So then your half coin will be worth $10,000. So now you don't have $12,000 in commission. Now you have $30,000 in commission. That's how this business works. And that is why it's making so many millionaires. And I know you want to be one of them. So just join us, okay? We're very excited. Please know that you're joining a psychological game, but you're joining with someone who has walked the grass down in front of you and is taking your hand and will show you the way, every step of the way, like down to, no, not that button, press this button, on screen shares, meet up for coffee. Everything you need is right here. I promise you that. From all the stuff I've been through, nothing has ever been as inspiring and fun and life-changing as this. So I really hope that you will join us. I hope that this has sparked something in you, so you won't be like me and just turn your back and not think that this is an amazing opportunity. So please go back to the person who invited you. I know you have a lot of questions. Direct them at them, and then I hope I see you out there at some point in the future. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll be here next week as well. Well, I'll be here next week, and they will too. So thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Christine. Absolutely amazing. Full of that energy, which we all love. Everybody loves the energy that is coming from you there, because you're doing it with passion. You're doing it in truth. You know, and you believe in the product. And you've only been with us just over a year, and you've got that belief that makes you a driving force for the for Ultima. It's amazing. Thank you so much. And I want to pick up just on one or two things and emphasize some of the amazing things that you said in that presentation. One of them was the golden zone. Now, the golden zone that we talk about in the market cycle of 1 year. Look, we were talking about this a few months ago when the price went down to about $3,000 to $3,500. And people from last year, new people who didn't see the happenings last year when the price went to 2,000, and we know a lot of people that abandoned Ultima at 2,000. They sold it desperately on the market, couldn't sell it quick enough, but then couldn't regret it quick enough when the price very quickly escalated to 22,000. But they'd sold everything. So they were a little bit disappointed. And we say to people, don't get disappointed. We're in the golden zone, the market cycle, 12 months. Look at the price of the coin now. It's gone from just over 3,000. We're back up at 8. And, the projection is upwards in this new market golden zone cycle. And of course, the other thing I'd like to pick up on is that we're not using other people's money as a network marketing company. When a customer joins, they pay themselves forward. We don't get any money from them. Nobody makes any money from them. They merely freeze their own assets into their own wallet, and that generates the income distributed by the company. And not one penny is taken from the customer, who has 100% of their asset working for them in their freezing wallet, paying them every day for 3 years. And after the 3 years, they get it all back in the Ultima that they actually froze, all back on top at the price of Ultima in 3 years' time. So that is unheard of. That doesn't happen in this industry. It's never been done before. It's incredible. So you're paying yourself forward, making money every day, and the bot that you fund is also generating between 15 and 30% per month. There is nothing else in the world like this, guys. That's why we're all very, very excited. That's why new people are getting on board. That's why Ultima is growing in price. And when you get paid your commissions by the company at the price of the coin today, and it goes up to say 20,000, well, you're just making yourself even more money on top, as you can easily take your profit of Ultima to the exchange, sell it into USDT and withdraw. No problem. So it is an exciting opportunity. Thank you, Christine, for that beautiful presentation. And we look forward to seeing you again next week. And guys, if you have any questions, please get back to the person who referred you on the call. If they can't answer your question, there'll be somebody that will be able to. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you again, Christine.
Just a last bit of information, please. If any of you would like to have a deeper training in the project, or would like to bring guests to a live event, we are going to be in Manchester in the UK on the 13th and 14th of September. Details you will find in our team Telegram groups, or please reach out for details, and we hope to see you there. Thank you and have a very good night. Bye.